The Three Little Pigs. Audio and visuals brought to you by ThoughtNet Solutions. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. They were all brothers getting ready to set out on their own to build their own homes. Although they were brothers, they were very different from each other. The youngest liked to do everything as fast as he could. He liked to clean fast. He liked to eat fast. He even liked to read fast. The problem with that is you miss a lot of details. The middle brother liked to do everything in the easiest way possible. He would take the easiest path home, even if it took twice as long. He would pay double for food if he could get out of making it himself. He wouldn't even bother himself to read a story if he could find someone to just tell him it. The oldest brother was a very diligent pig, though. He liked to learn the best way to do everything. He learned the best way to mow the grass from the neighbor. He learned the best corn muffins recipe from his mom. His teacher even taught him how to write his own adventure stories. Then came the day for Mama Pig to kiss each of her boys on the head and see them off. The 3 brothers walked together to the local market. The youngest brother asked around for the fastest material to build with. A nearby vendor called out to him,
"Nothing is faster to move around than straw. It's lightweight and flexible."
The young pig's face lit up. "This is perfect! I'll buy the whole lot of this." The middle brother asked around for the easiest material to build with. A nearby vendor called out,
"Ain't nothing easier than our pre-assembled stick panels. We even offer to send someone with you to put the panels together."
The middle brother's face lit up. "How delightful! I'll take the whole lot." The oldest brother had actually arrived to the market already knowing what he was looking for. Years ago, he had had a neighbor who was a mason and taught him all about bricklaying and its reliability. The oldest brother went up to the brick vendor, unfolded his paper, and bought the exact amount of bricks he needed for the blueprints he had designed for his house. All 3 pigs left the market that day to start building their houses. Months and months went by, and the pigs lived happily in their homes until one day a big, bad wolf came through town. Wolf came up to the youngest pig's straw house and knocked loudly on the door.
Little pig, let me come in,"
said the wolf sweetly. The littlest pig was impatient, but not a fool, said, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Now frustrated, the wolf yelled,
"Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in."
And the wolf sure did huff and puff and blew the little pig's straw house in. He puffed so hard that he also blew the little pig all the way to Middle Pig's stick house. Little Pig ran into his brother's stick home, and together they shook with fear, awaiting the wolf. Soon, the big, bad wolf caught up with the 2 little pigs and knocked on the door of the stick house with a bit more frustration than the last time.
Little pig, let me come in."
The middle pig was lazy but no fool, said, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Even more frustrated than last time, Wolf said,
"Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
Immediately after, the wolf huffed and puffed and blew the little pig's stick house in. He blew so hard that he blew both pigs all the way to oldest pig's brick house. The two younger brothers ran straight into their older brother's brick house. Shaking with fear, the two younger brothers waited for the wolf while the oldest brother simply walked over to the door and locked it. Soon, the big bad wolf caught up with them. Now, very angry, the wolf beat on the door and yelled,
Little pig! Little pig! Let me come in!
The oldest brother chuckled at the wolf and casually said, Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Now more furious, the wolf said,
Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in!
The pig chuckled, sat down, and waited. The wolf huffed and puffed, and huffed and puffed, and huffed and puffed until he blew all of his energy out on the brick house, which stood unscathed by the wolf. Angrily, the wolf beat on the door and yelled,
You little pigs better let me in!
The oldest brother came up to the door and said through the crack, Why don't you come in through my chimney?
Ah!
The wolf began climbing the house to show this arrogant pig a thing or two. The brothers, shaking in their boots, yelled to the oldest brother, Why would you tell him that? Now he will surely get all of us. But the oldest brother just walked over to his fireplace and took the lid off his giant soup pot he had been cooking in all day. The wolf started scrambling down the chimney hole without thinking, only focused on eating all three little pigs until he started feeling himself sliding down too fast, and suddenly, splash! In fell the big bad wolf into the big bad cast iron pot, and slam went the heavy lid by the oldest brother. I thought dinner was missing something tonight, said the oldest pig, smiling at his little brothers, whom began merrily dancing in celebration. And the three little pigs lived happily ever after, with the younger brothers living much wiser lives now with their very own brick houses. The end.